Yeah.
Yeah. Because that state already got you embroiled in everything.
Yes.
They definitely ain't going to try to give you the approval to do your school.
Right. Because, and now, not to cut you off, while you were doing that, I did see that they drug you in the court.
Pennsylvania State Board of Education charged me with presenting myself as a licensed psychologist without a license, right?
Yeah.
I've never claimed to be a licensed psychologist because I never pursued the license.
Right.
In other words, I'm not somebody who took the test and failed it.
Right.
I never went for it.
Exactly.
Because I'm a certified school psychologist.
Okay.
Right? You have school psychology, which is the special ed umbrella.
Okay.
And then you got clinical psychology, which is everything else, your mental illness.
Right.
My doctorate is clinical.
Okay.
But I'm certified in school. And
So
because
I'm
both sides. And with the amount of work that I have as a certified school psychologist, there's really no need for me to get a license. What am I going to do with it?
Right.
In Pennsylvania, a certified school psychologist can practice privately.
Okay.
This is the law.
Right.
So what am I in here for? And guess what they said? Because you went on the Breakfast Club.
That's what I said.
This was their evidence. The Breakfast Club.
I seen that. I see that.
Are you serious? He played the Breakfast Club. We in a court of law. And you pulling up Charlemagne and Envy. You see? You said that you practice privately. I'm legally allowed to. I'm 20 years in.
Right.
Read your own statute. It says right there, a certified school psychologist can practice privately.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Right.
They had no case.
Do you think some of that was to stop your momentum?
Oh, without question.
Yeah.
But I can exclusively credit white supremacy. With that, I got to credit the coons in the community, too.
We got them.
Because a lot of them were calling them.
Yeah.
Making complaints against me.
Right.
People who disagree with my position on the LBGT movement.
Yes, sir.
People who disagree with my position on multiculturalism.
Right.
People who disagree with my position on interracial dating.
Right.
It was that animosity that led to a crusade to try to get the state to clamp down on me.
Right. And I was, because we've seen with Facebook, Google, things like that, how they, Instagram, social media in itself, how they kind of shadow ban people and do certain things. Right when that was happening, there was a flip on YouTube in regards to you. When you Google Umar Johnson prior to, there were videos of you just speaking like you do every day. After that, there was a surge of Dr. Umar Johnson exposed. Dr. Umar Johnson said this. Boyce Watkins was up there. He was saying stuff. Mm-hmm. And when you looked at what Boyce Watkins was saying, it was almost like a game. These guys are playing a weird game.
Yes.
And he says, well, I didn't say anything. This girl said it. And she's a black woman. It's a crazy thing. So with that switch, I just thought to myself, I'm like, I wonder what's this to kind of stop the momentum. Because
without question.
Yeah.
Without question. Here, 3 things to your point. Number 1, my work suffers to a degree because, unlike the Black Power movement of the 60s, there's not a lot of other serious national and international organizers who can help distract the power structure from following my every move.
Right.
See, King had Malcolm.
Right.
Malcolm had Medgar.
Right.
Medgar had Stokely. Stokely had Core. Core had SNCC.
Right.
SNCC had the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. They had the Freedom Riders. The Freedom Riders had the sit-ins. The sit-ins had the HBCU protests.
Right.
In other words, even though J. Edgar Hoover was all over each of their backs, he had to worry about 10 other legitimate movements.
Right.
We don't have that now. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, as a result of the police genocide campaign that was reignited under the administration of Barack Hussein Obama, that campaign exposed the traditional civil rights leadership cartel, Jackson, Sharpton, NAACP, congressional black. It exposed them as being ineffective because they couldn't give our youth an answer to police genocide.
Yes.
So when Sharpton went down to Charleston, South Carolina, and tried to organize the community there to be quiet and let the police do their investigation, he was disinvited. He was also disinvited, I believe, from Baltimore. Jackson, disinvited. So for the first time in our life, we saw major civil rights leaders be disinvited by the community. That opened up a vacuum where now, for the first time in our history in America, this may be the first time in 400 years, you do not have an identified black leader that the youth can respect. And I believe that was part of the assault on my political character, because they said,
you were coming.
I was coming. Kill it. Because one thing we know about military science, before you exterminate the body, you exterminate the reputation. If you can kill the reputation of the black man, you may not even have to kill the black man because his people will do it for you. So what you see happening to Dr. Umar right now is the assassination of my political reputation as a means of doing what? Destabilizing and killing the momentum.
And the message.
And the message.